Ambassador Dr. Samori Okwiya. I am the CEO at NEPAD C.E.O Kenya Secretariat. I'm grateful this morning to meet distinguished members of the media. We have been on a monitoring and evaluation activity since Sunday. Our first stop was at the port of Lamu, where we had an opportunity to see the progress of the port and also engage with the stakeholders, namely Kenya Ports Authority, the Kenya National Highways Authority, and of course LAPSET Corridor Development Agency. We had an opportunity to also assess the road from Lamu to Garissa through Hola, which of course we found out that there are some areas that had been washed away by the floods, and representatives from Kenya are very confident with regards to how that road should be put back together into use. And so we are hoping that this is something we're going to be able to actualize in a short while, so that we can be able to have trucks and small vehicles utilize the road soon. We had an opportunity to meet the leadership in Garissa. We met the county commissioner, and of course we also met the county secretary, and we had a great conversation with regards to where they are as at with regards to the county being a pivotal point on the corridor with regards to truck parking and services that will be available for any business people who are going to be using the corridor. Now, I think it's important to mention that we would like to impress upon the business fraternity, the private sector, to now start considering putting business on the corridor, trying to invest on the corridor so that the corridor now becomes alive. You realize that the government of Kenya has spent a lot of money in building and bringing the port of Lamu to where it is now. And now it is about time that the business fraternity do their part to bring back that corridor into life, and to make sure that whatever that had been put at the port of Lamu in terms of investment by the GOK now really makes a lot of sense. We are now in Isiolo. We arrived in Isiolo yesterday. We have had an opportunity to meet the county secretary, the county government of Isiolo, and he has also given us the assurance that the county government of Isiolo and the people of Isiolo are looking forward to the actualization of the corridor. For their part, they are making sure that the airport will be ready, for cargo. They haven't yet begun having any activities around that. They just have activities around small planes and charter planes. These are abattoirs to cater for the northern part of this country. Of course, all the facilities that are required to be at the airport are either in the process of being implemented or will be implemented in the very near future. And also, they are looking forward to having this area to be purely secure. On the issue of security, I think it's important to mention that we have done a good job as a country to secure the corridor. With the presence of our military and the security forces, I don't think that we are going to be having problems with security on the corridor, because that has now been taken care of. And this actually is specifically to the business fraternity, who are the most cautious and concerned about the issue of security. I can confidently say that we are no longer going to have insecurity issues on the corridor. We have a role as an institution to monitor and evaluate, and most importantly, generate progress reports on the implementation of the LAPSET corridor. You realize the LAPSET corridor covers 3 footprint countries: Kenya, South Sudan, and Ethiopia. Our president is expected annually during the Heads of States and Government Orientation Committee of the AU to give a progress report on the implementation of the LAPSET project and corridor within its jurisdiction, as it is important for the leadership from South Sudan and Ethiopia respectively. So this engagement is important to us because we can be able to give a comprehensive, accurate report on the status of the project, and also to be able to give confidence to all the stakeholders in the private sector that this project is alive and it is actually ready for operation. You realize again that LAPSET is not just a regional project or a national project. It's a project that has been elevated at the AU level to be a project under the Program for Infrastructure Development in Africa, and it is a Presidential Infrastructure Championship initiative that is very, very important, as it has the potential to link the east coast of Africa to the west coast of Africa in Douala. So we are looking at a project that is going to grow beyond just the 3 footprint countries. We are looking at a project that is going to give the continent an opportunity to be integrated from the west to the south with the land bridge. So I think it's important that I mentioned that part, that it is not just an M&E to meet the people tour, but it's an M&E to really assess the progress on the implementation of the project, of the report of the project rather.